How did you know how did you guys know you were making the right steps? Like, how did you know this would be successful, or how did you know that this is
Well,
the step to make a successful business? Or
that's a great question. At the time, we saw opportunities in front of us that looked really good, and we thought, gee, if we can make these opportunities work, we'll just keep going with it. And I guess from a faith perspective, I always believe that things are going to work out. So I haven't typically worried too much about whether it wouldn't work. It was more about how I was going to make it work. So I don't think we gave it a lot of thought at the time. We just had something in front of us to do, and it looked like it was the right thing to do, and we just went with it. Funny enough, when we started the company, the deal that we thought we had when we started the company, we didn't actually have. That deal went sideways, and so we were in a pretty tough situation for a while, but things worked themselves out.
sorry.
No worries.
And you already mentioned that the challenge you faced was creating the website. Was there any other large or big challenges that you found while starting up, or not even starting up, on just maybe on a day-to-day basis?
I think the initial challenge for us, the space that we work in, you're dealing with critical content and critical business systems. The clients that we work with consider their systems to be extremely important to their day-to-day business, and not having access to those systems means thousands and thousands of dollars in lost time every hour, worth of lost time. So the first challenge for us, we were two guys in a basement. Our first, couple of the calls that came in, we got one, for example, from CBC. I always tell this story. And at the time, they called in, and when they called, I picked up the phone. I basically pretended John was in another office somewhere else, and I need to go find him. He was sitting about 10 feet away from me. Give me a moment, let me see if John's in his office, and then I'll transfer you over. And so we played that game a little bit in the early days. Of course, when CBC first came to visit us and walked down into the basement, they realized it was just two of us. But you know what? We did a great job for them. It was a website for the Cambodia national elections. Things went well. We had a lot of sleepless nights. It was a very short time frame to delivery, and it gave us some credibility. It gave us something that we could talk about. The law firms that we were working with initially, there was a time when we thought the company, that was it. We weren't going to make it. That starting deal didn't work out for us, and there didn't seem to be a lot else there. But the first few law firms that we were able to land basically saved our bacon. And when we asked them why they chose us, they said, you know what, you guys needed a chance. You clearly knew what you were talking about in terms of the solutions that you're looking to bring, and how you would help us. And you were passionate and really cared, and we could tell that you were going to care about us as a customer, and so we decided to go with you. And so, going up against larger players at the time, we were able to win because of the perceptions that our clients had of us. And that's something that we continue to do, is to make sure that we build on that perception.